Out of the Box continues on Q1043.
Welcome back as we are joined by singer-songwriter Kate Nash. Welcome, Kate.
Hi, thanks.
Pleasure to meet you. So, is it North London?
Yeah, Northwest, yeah.
So, do you consider yourself a Cockney then?
No, I don't know. No, I don't think so. Cockney, I think, is more like... where's the Cockney? I think that's like East, isn't it? Or...
Maybe it's East London. Yeah, I was talking with Ray
so.
Davies. He says like that accent is going away in London now.
Yeah,
it's like disappearing.
Well, the thing is, there's so many different types. I mean, the difference of accent from like north to south to east to west is so different, and now it's so multicultural that there's thousands of different voices. You know, so it's cool.
And now, maybe I got this incorrect too, but I'll check with you. You and Lily Allen are friends.
No, well, no, we're not like not friends. We're not enemies, but I don't know her. That was kind of another thing that got kind of
MySpace or something.
Yeah, it was like she supported me. She put me on like her first on her friends and like and all her MySpace page and was like bigged me up to some people. So she was really nice. But we're not actually friends. I've met her like twice, I think, 3 times.
Now I was reading that. A freakish fall down some stairs may have contributed to your sort of early songwriting.
That one is kind of
That's correct.
Yeah.
Tell me that story.
Yeah. Well, basically, I was on a gap year. I didn't get into university. I didn't get into college or drama school.
Right.
And I was working like rubbish jobs, like as a waitress and shop assistant and stuff. And it was rubbish. And I was trying to audition and I was trying to stay involved, like going to festivals and theatre shows and finding out what's going on, like getting time out every week. And but I couldn't. I got rejected the second year round, and I fell down the stairs and broke my foot that same day. And I'd been writing songs. Yeah, I know that hurt.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was really annoying. Like I was just like, why?
And how old were you? Like you're like a teenager at the time, right? Or
yeah, I was like 17, I think. 17, 18 or something. And basically, no, it must have been 17. And I've been writing songs. I've written songs since I was about 14, I think, at school, and I was writing some more songs that had a bit more individual flair that I liked, and the fact that I kind of got this. I was like fully cast up, couldn't walk, couldn't really leave the house.
Yeah.
So I sat around, and my mum bought me an electric guitar, like my first ever electric guitar with a.
Oh, so it was the guitar, not the piano. First.
Well, I've been playing piano since I was about 7.
Okay.
But it was something new and exciting. My mum wanted to kind of. I was feeling a bit depressed, so she wanted to kind of spur me into something.
Nice mom.
Nice mum.
Bring home an electric guitar and amplifier.
I know,
That's
cool
a cool mom. Very cool.
Really
mom.
cool.
Yeah.
And so I started writing more songs. I decided that I couldn't bear the thought of another year of just working jobs and failing and other people blocking me from opportunities. And I decided I wanted to be having fun and standing for something, not just being another kind of another one, and you know what I mean, another robotic kind of worker, and
a lot of people don't make that decision that early. They decide to no, I should do this, I should do that, and
I guess so, but I always thought that I always believed that you can do anything you want, and it's not. I don't think it's about if you have no real aspirations, if you're kind of I just want to be famous, or you know what I mean, that's so lame. It sucks.
It is. Yeah.
Fame and whatever celebrityness is all disgusting. I hate it. But if you want to do something, you can. It's if you want to travel the world, you can do it. You just need to motivate yourself to get off your ass and travel. You can. You know what I mean? And if I wanted to be doing fun things and getting involved, being creative, I was like, you know what? I believe in DIY, doing things yourself, and it's not all about someone in a suit who's much older, has more money than you, more education, telling you that you're not good enough for something. And I was like, well, I want to do something fun, and I've got songs, and I've always wanted to do a gig, and I was too nervous, but now it's this or nothing. So I was like, I'm going to book the gig, and it was the 3 weeks off that. I was it was like a goal to reach. I was as soon as my foot's better, I made a demo while I was ill, and I was as soon as it's better, I'm going to give this demo to the bar down the road. The local bar. I was really nervous. I went in and I was like, please give me a gig. And I was and he was like, okay, I'll pass it on to someone. And I was like, oh.
And now, was this a place that it was a cool place to play, or just any place to play?
No, it was I mean, I like it, to be honest, but it's just a bar in my area in Harrow,
okay.
Where I've gone for years, you know.
Yeah.
And it was yeah, and then I called them up like every day, and I was like, "Did you hear that demo? Can I have a gig?" And it ended up being one of my friends from school, like, who was in a few years above me, and he put me on and like runs nights there still, and like I did about 3 gigs there, and like and then I just, you know, as soon as I did the gig as well, I was like, I'm not going. I was working at River Island, which is a really crap clothes store. And I was like, I'm just not going back. And I called them on Monday and I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I've had steps in the right direction towards the career that I really want.
Right.
And they were like, what? And I was like, I'm just not coming in. And,
no 2 weeks notice,
yeah,
just like,
I was
see you
like,
later.
Bye. And I I was lucky, you know, I was living at home with my mum, so I didn't have to pay rent.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Like she, you know, she let me stay there and do that, and then I just booked a gig every week and like did open mics and met people and got involved in the. It's really weird. It's hard to get your head around when you're outside it. When you're inside it, it's like easy. Like musicians know who other musicians are because you play nights together and you hear about each other through the grapevine, and it just becomes like this little movement. It's like.
You're in New York and you got 2 sold out shows at Webster Hall. I mean, does that kind of blow your mind? I mean,
yeah, it really does. It really does. It's really amazing. Like, I'm really happy to be here and to be like welcomed so nicely, like, by people, and it definitely blows my mind because it's just so. I don't know how this happened, really. You know, like.
Well, you're doing what you love, and that's like the first step, right?
Yeah. And I guess, you know, it's just really. I think people are into it because I'm just being honest, and it's not. I think after a while, everyone gets sick of the same manufactured, generic stuff, you know. And I think I write my own songs, and I'm honest, and I am who I am, and I'm not a kind of. I'm not manufactured. Like, I'm not a skinny girl who's like told what to say and given songs to write, and I go in the studio and sing, and then I do like slog it out with the press, and I do slog it out with the press, but I go in the studio and I sing, but I write, and I'm in the creative process, and I'm in control, and I have ideas, and I'm involved in the artwork and how I'm represented, and you know, I mean, no one tells me what to wear or what to say, like, you know what I mean, like.
How about the title of your album? It's called Made of Bricks.
Yeah.
Is this sort of a reference to sort of what you're talking about, or?
Yeah, it is. It's a reference to a few things. It's a reference to like that kind of tough, like, you know, made of bricks, like that's not tough, strong, I think, you know, like strong. I was thinking about foundations because I was thinking of, it kind of went from the words like foundations, and it was like, if you want your relationships to last and to be good, then you need strong foundations, and they need to be like made of bricks, and it's, you know, they're really strong, like, but they can be knocked down. So you need to pay the bills. You need to go in the house, live there, like, look after your family, and like, it's about. I feel like it's my support network. Like, I feel like when I feel like scared about how big it is, how big and scary the world is in the press, and all that stuff that I'm afraid of, then I'm like, like the reason I called my album Made of Bricks is because of my friends and my family and the group around me. I feel like I believe in like movements and change and like changing society and revolution. I feel like you should create networks of open minds and people who think like you and people who don't think like you, and it should be positive and optimistic, and I believe in that stuff. So I feel like I have that, and I'm building on something. So it's like,
it's kind of like if you met somebody and you don't like them and you meet a friend of theirs, you're probably not going to like them either.
Yeah.
Well, along those same lines, a song that went #1 for you in the UK, Foundations. Talk about this song.
Okay, Foundations. It's really funny because I wrote that. I remember writing it in my living room and being like, I don't really know if I'm going to finish this song. Like, I can't really be. Was
this one of the songs you wrote when your foot was broken?
No, this was This was like about November, and it was just before I went in the studio with Paul, and I was like, I want to have some new stuff, and I just wrote the song, and I'd been out shopping all day, and I was like bored, and kind of half-assed wrote it, and I was like, man, I'll tell my manager, I kind of got a new song, but it's not very good. And like, then we went and did it in the studio, and I was like, well, I'll use this because I'm not precious about it, because I wanted to use something I wouldn't be too precious about, and we did this song together, and it. But yeah, I wrote it like just on the acoustic guitar and didn't think much of it. But it's about human beings and like how addicted they are to routines and how that makes you feel safe, you know, like, and once it's scary. Like, if you feel bad about yourself, if you feel insecure, then you run back to the routine, like, even if you know it's not good for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the song is Foundations, and it's from Kate Nash right here on Q1043's Out of the Box. For more info on Kate, go to Q1043.com, keywords Out of the Box. Kate, thanks for